Welcome back to Baking with the Lion, and in today's recipe I'll be showing you how to make the best super soft pull apart cinnamon buns ever. Let's go. Alright, so first up we're going to get our dry ingredients together. We have 345 grams of plain flour. Then we're going to go ahead and add 7 grams of instant yeast. Then we're going to go ahead and put in 60 grams of caster sugar, as well as 1 teaspoon of salt. Then we're just going to go ahead and whisk this together so we can have everything incorporating together. And next up is our wet ingredients. We're going to add 120 milliliters of water. Then we're going to go ahead and add 60 milliliters of milk along with 45 grams of butter. Then we're going to go ahead and place it into the microwave until the butter is melted like this. And then we just want it to be warm to the touch, not too hot. We're also going to go ahead and put 1 whole egg into the dough after adding in the wet ingredients. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. Then I'm going to go ahead and add on my dough hook attachment. And shortly after I start mixing, I'm going to go ahead and add in my 1 egg to the dough, and then just leave it on medium speed for it to do its thing for around 5 to 8 minutes. Now while it's still in the mixer, I'm just going to go ahead and heavily dust my surface with some flour and get ready for the dough. Now at this stage the dough is still going to be very sticky and wet. That's why we'll go ahead and add a lot of flour to our surface, because we're going to go ahead and knead this flour into the dough and get it to the right consistency where we're looking for. And also a scraper would help in a case like this, so get one. Alright, so now it's time to go ahead and knead the dough, which is very easy. All we're doing is pulling the dough forward and pulling it back on itself while incorporating the flour that's on the surface into the dough until we get that very smooth chubby ball that we're looking for, and then it will be ready. So this is what it should look like when it's ready. And then after this we're just going to go ahead now and put it into a container lightly oiled, and go ahead also and put a kitchen towel over it and place it into a dark place for around 15 to 20 minutes. Now while the dough is resting, we're gonna go ahead and make our delicious cinnamon filling. First we're gonna add 70 grams of soft butter, then 60 grams of dark brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon powder. Now you can do this part by hand, but I find that using a hand mixer really helps to aerate the filling and make it much easier to spread. But when it's finished, it looks something like this. Creamy and nice and tastes so good. Now it's been about 20 minutes since the dough has been resting, and we want to ensure that we have enough space to roll this dough out because it's going to be fairly big. We're going to be rolling it out into a rectangular shape, so just ensure that you have enough room and not bouncing into anything. Now that we have the shape that we're looking for, we're going to go ahead and add this delicious cinnamon filling on top, and then go ahead and gently spread it across the dough. Now we're going to go ahead and take our time and roll it from one end to the next, just little by little, and ensuring that we're doing it evenly so we can have nice layers when we cut into it. So here I'm just cutting the ends off because they don't really have a lot of filling, and we want to ensure that each bite has a lot of flavor in it. Now I'm just pre-cutting it to ensure that I'm getting even amounts. It's not going to be perfect, but just go ahead and cut it to however big or small you want it. Now I'm using an 8-inch pan. You can use up to even a 10-inch pan. You want to ensure when you put in the cinnamon rolls into the pan, they're facing up, and also you put in enough room between them so when it's time for the yeast to do its thing, it has enough space to expand. Now next up, you want to go ahead and wrap it up in some aluminum foil and place it into a warm and dark area for it to go ahead and double in size and let the yeast do what it does best. Watch this. Now it has been around an hour and 45 minutes and my cinnamon rolls are looking amazing, and I'm just going to go ahead now and lightly brush them with 1 egg and a little bit of milk, and I'm getting them ready for the oven. I'm going to put them in for around 20 minutes at 375 degrees. Now while they're in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and make the glaze so when they're out I can put it on hot. I'm going to add 120 grams of icing sugar, a pinch of salt, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in 3 tablespoons of milk with vanilla essence in it. We want to go ahead and mix this all together until we get the consistency we're looking for. Also to know, if the cinnamon rolls are in the oven and they're getting a little bit too brown, you can go ahead and put the foil back over it so it won't brown too much. Now there you have it, the best cinnamon buns you will ever have. They're so delicious, they smell so good, soft to the touch. Now the only thing left is to put the glaze on. Let's go. Now look how soft this is, pulling away so easily. This literally is the best cinnamon bun I've ever had, and just to note, all of this was finished in about 5 minutes. Cinnamon buns hot is the best thing ever. Now you already know my first stuff my face. I added some caramel ice cream to it, and trust me, it was just so good. It was really good. But you know what to do. See you next time. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Tell your friends, your mama, your father, everybody about it. And see you next time for the next recipe.